Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Stroum, and welcome to my YouTube channel for today's broadcast of the Mack-Mcgraw Baseball League. If you're not familiar with what the Mack-Mcgraw Baseball League is, a brief description would be a league put together, the brainchild of Beatles eternally, and myself, Bernie Stroum. We picked dead ball era baseball. I picked the American League. 8 teams who I thought represented the cross-section of the best of dead ball. Beatles eternally picked the National League. And for the next 154 games, we are going to broadcast and sim our seasons until we get to the end. And at the end, Beatles and I will play head-to-head and determine who will be the World Series champion of dead ball baseball, the American League, or the National League. In front of you, you see the Mack-Mcgraw Baseball League standings through May 15th. Shows Philadelphia Athletics, which I picked 3 of their teams, 1910, 11, and 05. And as you can see, 1910 leads the standings, 20 wins and 8 losses. 1911, 18, and 10 tied with the 1905 Athletics, followed by the Boston Red Sox of 1912 and 1918, 1912 team 15 and 13, the 1918 team 500 at 14 and 14. The Chicago White Sox of 1906, the Hitless Wonders 11 and 17, the Tigers 1909 team 11 and 17, and the Black Sox team from Chicago in 1917, representing the 1917 White Sox, are 5 and 23. We are going to pick a game to play today, and I'll broadcast it. We'll sim up until the beginning of June, where I believe Beatles eternally currently is in his league. Please check Beatles McGraw Baseball League on his channel. He's been broadcasting several times a week. I'm not quite as ambitious as Beatles. I do one game a week and then sim 2 weeks on my YouTube channel. And we should, in about 4 weeks from now, come up with the World Series. Anyway, let's go down to we're not going to go down to the field. We're going to go over to the scoreboard and pick a game for today. Today is May 15th, and as we look at the scoreboards, we have the Red Sox of 1912 facing the 1909 Tigers from Detroit, Philadelphia facing the 1910 facing the 1906 White Sox, the 1911 Athletics facing the 1905 Athletics, and the Red Sox of 1918 facing the White Sox of 1917. Let's go with the league leaders. We'll go with the 1910 Philadelphia A's on the road against the 06 White Sox. And all we got to do is click here. We'll play the game. Now we're going to go down to the field. Out of the Park Baseball is creating the lineups. As you can see, the computer will be doing both strategy and lineups for both these teams. As when I do a broadcast, I like to concentrate on the broadcast and let the AI do the games. Anyway, let's get down to the field and see where we are. Here we are from the Chicago White Sox 1906 home park. And the Philadelphia A's of 1910 will send Murphy to batting first and right. Oldring in left, batting second. Joe Jackson at first. On a hot streak, batting third. Home run Baker playing third base, batting fourth. Eddie Collins at second, batting fifth. Barry at short, sixth. Struck in center. Seventh, Thomas catching, batting eighth. And Coombs, the pitcher, and batting ninth. In the outfield for the White Sox, Isbell in left, Jones in center, Davis in right, Quinlan, Tannehill, Rowe, and Donahue left to right in the infield, McFarland catching, and Ed Walsh pitching on the mound for the White Sox. He's 3-3 on the season with an ERA of 2.13. Danny Murphy stepping in to the right-handed batter's box, batting 306. And we're underway. There's a bounding ball to third. He's up with it over to first for the out. One up, one down. As Rube Oldring hitting 275 will face Walsh. Walsh gets the sign. Delivers. And there's a base hit, line drive in the right center field. One aboard, Oldring at first. Joe Jackson hitting 419 on the season. Facing Walsh, Oldring takes the lead. Walsh gets the sign. Here's the pitch. And it's a pop-up behind home plate in a foul territory. Third baseman and catcher go after it. The catcher calls him off. And there's two down with Home Run Baker. Home Run Baker's hit 2 home runs this year. In dead ball baseball through May, that was a lot. He will be facing Walsh, who checks Oldring at first. The delivery and the swing, and there is something in the way here. We got to get that out of the way. You'll have to excuse me as we have a problem. That was going to be a home run, I can tell. You guys are going to forgive me. Here is Microsoft Network got in the way. Fortunately for us, we can do a replay, and we're going to do that right now. There it is, home run. Baker hits a home run into right center field. Traveled 421 feet. 2-0 Philadelphia. Well, that's a quick lead for Philly. Now, one of the reasons why they're now leading the league with a 20-8 record. Eddie Collins, 347 average, steps in. The pitch, ball 4. The rally continues with Collins at first. Jack Berry hitting 239, stepping in. The pitch. Fly ball in the shallow center field. The shortstop backing up. Now coming into the infield dirt and puts it away for the out. Inning is over, but not before the A's get 2 runs on 2 hits. We head to the bottom of the first. The A's 2. The White Sox coming to bat. For the White Sox, hitless wonders that they are. Donahue at first, batting first. Davis in right. Second, McFarland catching, batting third. Jones in center. Fourth, Rowe. Second baseman hitting fifth. Isbell then left. Hitting sixth. Quinlan, third base, hitting seventh. Tannehill, the shortstop, hitting eighth. And Ed Walsh, the pitcher, hitting ninth. Jack Coombs on the mound for the A's. He is 2-2 in the year with a 4.40 ERA. Left field, Oldring. Center field, Stroum, Murphy in right. Baker, Berry, Collins, Jackson in the infield. Thomas catching. Coombs pitching. And here's his first pitch in the bottom of the inning. And there's a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Just like that, Donahue's at first. George Davis coming up, batting 316 on the young season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a sacrifice attempt. First baseman to the second baseman covering first. We are got a 1 out, but Donahue moves into scoring position at second base. For Ed McFarland, the right-handed batter, is hitting 289 in the season. No home runs, 11 RBIs. Coombs delivers. And there's a ground ball to short. Cross the diamond for the out. Donahue moves to third. And left-handed batter Fielder Jones, who plays center field with a home run, 16 RBIs, and a 281 average, steps into the batter's box to face Jack Coombs with a runner on third. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and there's a ground ball to second base. Over to first for the out. The inning is over. The White Sox fail to score, and at the end of one, the A's lead 2-0. Top of the second, Strunk, Thomas, and Coombs, the bottom third of the A's order, due up. Here's the pitch. Fly ball right field. It's caught for the out. Davis throws it back in, and Ira Thomas, the catcher, steps up, hitting .292 so far this season. The swing, fly ball to left. And there is 2 outs. Cremo Cigars and Chancellor Cigars are advertising on the outfield. It sort of reminds me of the current day outfield at Fenway Park, which is littered with advertisements. Jack Coombs stepping in. Coombs hitting an even 300. 2 outs. Top of the second. The pitch. Ground ball to third. All along across the diamond. The throw gets him in time. 1-2-3 go the A's in the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the inning, 2-0. Coombs to face Rowe, Isbell, and Quinlan. Rowe hitting .255. Coombs gets the sign. Delivers. Fly ball, right field. Easy out. 1 down as Murphy throws it back in. Isbell, Frank Isbell, hitting a paltry .210, will face Jack Coombs. The delivery. He swings and hits it to center field, backing up slightly. The center fielder puts it away for the out. Strunk throws it back in. 2 quick outs, bottom of the second. And Jack Coombs to face Lee Quinlan, the third baseman, hitting .269. Here's the 1-2 delivery. He swings and misses. Strike 3, a 1-2-3, bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. 2-0 A's. Before we continue on with the game, I like to open up my baseball timeline by DK Sports. We have the 1910 Athletics coming to bat. Let's take a look and see what was going on in the world in 1910 here. Flip a couple of pages, and there we go in the news. The U.S. population, which here in 2024 is around 350 million, but back there in 1910, the U.S. population was 91 million. Boy Scouts of America were chartered. Campfire Girls were organized. The first celebration of Father's Day occurred in 1910. Mark Twain died at the age of 75. The Union of South Africa is formed as a dominion of Great Britain. Revolution begins in Mexico. Britain's Edward VII dies. His son succeeds and is crowned King George V. And today's date is May 15th. Is there anything happening on May 15th? The closest we have is May 12th. The Athletics, Charles Chief Bender, no hits Cleveland. The Cleveland Naps 4-0, walking 1, striking out 4. Fred Link is the losing pitcher for Cleveland. And that's what was going on in the news in 1910 here in the ballpark for the Philadelphia A's. They will send up top of the order Murphy, Oldring, and Jackson to face Walsh. Walsh's 1-0 pitch. Fly to left. Backing up. But there's plenty of room for the out. Isbell throws the ball back in, and Rube Oldring, hitting 282, steps in. Here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball to short. He picks it up, throws to first, and 2 quick outs. Joe Jackson, a .415 hitter, 3 home runs, 32 RBIs. He's having a heyday with the pitching in our Mack-Mcgraw league. Ground ball to second. He throws to first for the out. Jackson is out. Inning is over. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Still 2-0 A's. As I take a sip of water here from Las Vegas, Nevada, Lee Tannehill steps in, the shortstop, hitting 195. Will face Jack Coombs, who's pitched 2 innings, allowed a hit. He throws, and that ball's hit in the right field, into the corner, over it goes to right field, gets it in foul territory for the out. Great play by Murphy, and Ed Walsh, the pitcher, steps in, hitting a paltry 143. The 3-2 pitch doesn't even swing, but it's called strike 3. First pass through the order, it is 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. For Philly, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. For the White Sox, who send up Jiggs Donahue, the first baseman. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. That's by the second baseman. It's in the right field for a base hit. Hits are tied up at 2 here in Chicago. However, the A's have a 2-0 lead, and Jack Coombs now to face George Davis, hitting a respectable 316. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He walks him. Ball 4. Runners on first and second. Ed McFarland, 286. No home runs, 11 RBIs. Coombs delivers. And there's a base hit in the right field. Rounding third. Here comes the throw. The slide. He is safe. It is now 2-1 A's. Runners will advance on the throw home. McFarland doubles. Davis goes to third. And we now have a 2-1 game as the White Sox send up Fielder Jones, the center fielder. Coombs, who has lost a little bit this inning, has allowed a run, and he's could possibly fall behind here if he doesn't pitch carefully to Jones. There is a line drive in the left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run scores. Second run will not score as he holds at third as Oldring throws the ball in. Runners on first and third. However, game is now tied at 2. George Rowe stepping in. Rowe today, 0 for 1. Hitting 253. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball to short by the shortstop. That's another base hit. The third run scores for the White Sox, and the hitless wonders take a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the third. They're not hitless tonight or today, as you can see. That looks like a pretty modern city in front of the ballpark we're looking at, which was created by Mike Silva. Frank Isbell stepping in, the left fielder. Isbell today, 0 for 1. Base hit in the right center field. Here comes another run. He's going to slide, although it wasn't necessary, and there is now runners on first and second, 4-2 White Sox. The 20-8 1910 Philadelphia A's falling behind 4-2 here in the third inning. Coombs to face Quinlan. Quinlan 0 for 1, 259 hitter. The pitch. Another hit. This is in right field. It's into the corner. Another run is going to score. Rounding third is the 7th run. He's going to dive in head first, but he doesn't even need to. He's safe. And all of a sudden, there's a 6-2 lead. Quinlan at second base. 7 hits now for the White Sox. I think I mentioned 7 runs. I apologize. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the White Sox. 2-2-0 for the A's. And Coombs is still in there, but he's getting pounded as Lee Tannehill steps into the box. And he hits a line drive in the left field, and he is out, and the inning is over mercifully. 6-2 White Sox lead. We head to the top of the 4th. Ed Walsh now finds himself with a 4-run lead. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, struck out no one's, walked 1. Frank home run Baker, who did just that his first time up, steps into the batter's box. Ground ball to third, across the diamond for the out. Ball is scooped nicely by Donahue as Collins steps in. He walked his first time up. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third base again, in for it across the diamond for the out. Quinlan Donahue and Jack Berry hitting 236. His on-base percentage is .299. Walsh fires, and he pops it up. It's in a shallow right field. Second baseman's under it. Puts it away for the out. The A's go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th. It is 6-2 White Sox as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th inning, the White Sox will send up the pitcher Walsh, followed by the top of the order Donahue and Davis. Coombs trying to settle down as he was pounded the last inning. Ground ball to first, taken to the bag, unassisted by Jackson. 1 out. Donahue 2 for 2 on the day, stepping in. Coombs fires the pitch. Ground ball to short. Over to first for the out. 2 outs. Coombs settles down a little bit as George Davis steps in. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third base by the third baseman in the left field. Base hit. We almost had a clean inning. Davis at first. Ed McFarland, the catcher, 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. He pops it up. Pitcher is calling everybody off. He's got it. Inning is over. We head to the top of the 5th inning. It is 6-2 White Sox. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, let's grab our baseball timeline again. Let's flip through 1910, see if we can find anything else interesting. In the league in December, New Yorker William Hepburn Russell and publishers Lewis and George Page buy the National League Boston franchise from Don Dovey. The team had been known as the Doves for their previous owners, John and his late brother George. Now they will become the Rustlers in honor of Russell. Equipment in baseball in 1910, a new baseball with cork center described as a rabbit ball is used in the National League. Also under equipment. Nope, that's the same thing. Don't want to repeat that. In the league, Harris Fogel, the sports writer turned owner, lobbies for a name change for his team. He wants the Phillies to be known as the Live Wires. The idea goes nowhere in 1910. And that's it, a little bit for 1910. A little more 1910. We'll do a little bit later. Then we'll flip over to 1906 and see what was going on in the world and baseball in 1906. Walsh will face Strunk, Thomas, and Coombs here in the top of the fifth. The pitch, strike three, looking, one down. Ira Thomas to face. Walsh, Thomas 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball to second. Up with it over to first for the out. Jack Coombs, the pitcher, he's 0 for 1. Walsh gets the sign. He delivers. He swings. There's a dribbler up the middle. Nobody's going to get this one. That's picked up by the shortstop, puts it in his pocket. He's going to be on with a single, and Coombs raises his batting average to .318 for the Philadelphia A's. Walsh to face. Danny Murphy 0 for 2 on the day. Runner on first. The A's trying to get something going here. Ground ball to second. Flips to first for the out. Ends the inning. Halfway through the game, it is 6-2 White Sox. Coombs pitched 4 innings, was allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, struck out 2, walked 1, will face Jones, Rowe, and Isabel. Jones 1 for 2 on the day. 286 hitter. Coombs delivers. He tops the ball in front of the mound. Catcher pops up, throws to first, gets him for the out. As Thomas throws a strike to Joe Jackson to get the runner, is George Rowe, the second baseman, 1 for 2 on the day. Steps into the right side of the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Swing and a hit in the left field. Routine play for the out. 2 quick outs, bottom of the fifth. Coombs to face Isbell, who's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Grounded to short. He's up with it. Throws to first. 5th inning is over. We head to the top of the 6th. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the White Sox. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the A's. Top of the 6th inning, we'll see Oldring, Jackson, and Baker face Walsh. Had Walsh 3-3 on the season. Today, however, he's pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out, and walked 1 apiece. Oldring 1 for 2. The pitch. Line drive in the left field, right at the left fielder. Isbell puts it away for the out, throws the ball in, and Ed Walsh will face shoeless Joe Jackson. 0 for 2 on the day. He swings. That ball's hammered into deep center field. That ball is far. That ball is deep. That ball just missed going over the wall, hits the top of the wall, bounces around in center field. Jackson on third with a triple. And the White Sox have a runner at third with 1 out. Excuse me, the A's have a runner at third with 1 out. Home run Baker, who did just that in the first inning. Jackson 90 feet away from scoring the 3rd run for the A's. Walsh delivers. There is ball 4. Runners on first and third, 1 out. Eddie Collins, hard guy to double up. Maybe that's why they pitch so carefully to Baker. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. To short for 1, over to first. He might have been hard to double up, but not impossible. That's a 4-6-3 double play. The inning is over. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 6-2 White Sox. The White Sox are in last place in the league. The A's are in first place in the league, I believe. And the White Sox have turned the tables today on the A's. As we grab our baseball timeline, let's flip over to 1906. We covered some of the things that were going on in the world in 1910. 1906, an earthquake devastates San Francisco, 452 die. 250,000 left homeless, did 350 million in damage. Today in San Francisco, that's probably one block of a neighborhood. Theodore Roosevelt wins the Nobel Peace Prize for mediating the Russian-Japanese War. And one of my favorite cereal, W.K. Kellogg introduces cornflakes to the United States. Sonar is invented. Caffeine replaces cocaine and Coca-Cola in 1906. So I guess Coca-Cola wasn't as much fun to drink after 1905. Susan B. Anthony dies. And the first radio broadcast of Voice and Music took place in 1906. Bottom of the sixth inning, Quinlan, Tannehill, and Walsh to face Coombs, who's pitched 5 innings, 8 hits allowed, 6 earned runs, struck out 2, walked 1, and he will face Quinlan. 3-2, ball 4 is the pitch. Quinlan on first, Tannehill up. Tannehill 0 for 2 on the day. Coombs delivers. There goes the runner. There's the throw. He's going to be out by 1/4 mile. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1 count. 1 out on Tannehill. Combs delivers. Line drive in the left field. That's down the line. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Runner is going to slide into second base as Tannehill doubles. And just like that, there's a runner in scoring position with 1 away. Ed Walsh, the pitcher, up, hitting 130. Coombs delivers, swing and a miss, strike 3. Runner stays at second base for Jiggs Donahue, the first baseman, having a good day. 2 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. He's up with it, throws to first. Inning is over. We head to the top of the 7th. It is 6-2 White Sox. I'm sure my friend Beatles Eternally will be on tonight and tomorrow night doing his National League game from the Mack-Mcgraw League. Don't forget to check his channel out on YouTube. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Berry, Strunk, and Thomas hit his 6, 7, and 8 to face Walsh. Pitched a good 6 innings so far. Let's see if he can keep it up. He delivers, and there's a fly ball to center field. 1 down as Jones throws it back in as Strunk 0 for 2 steps up to the plate. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. Over to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Quickly here in the top of the 7th. Walsh to face Ira Thomas. The catcher 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. And there's a pop-up. The first baseman is under it in foul territory. He's got it for the out. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Score remains 6-2 White Sox. Coombs still on the mound. 6 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Davis stepping in. George Davis, McFarland, and Jones to face Coombs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fly to left. Play is routine. 1 down. Oldring throws it back in. Coombs now to face McFarland, who's 1 for 3. Ground ball to third. Cross the diamond for the out. 2 quick outs. After all those runs scored in the first 3 innings, goose egg since then. It's been moving pretty fast. Coombs now to face. Fielder Jones 1 for 3 on the day and an RBI. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Quickly throws to first. Easy 1-2-3 inning. We head to the top of the 8th. It is 6-2 White Sox. After the game, we will sim a couple of weeks, see where we stand on June 1st. We will then pass the baton to my friend Beatles eternally, and then he will do a broadcast, I'm sure, tonight, tomorrow night, and then we'll see where we are, and we'll keep going. Top of the 8th inning, we will send Coombs, Murphy, and Oldring from the A's to face Ed Walsh. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Walsh is on a roll as he's to face Danny Murphy, 297 hitter, but today he's 0 for 3. Ground ball to short. Easy play to first for the out, and Tannehill throws a strike to Donahue, and Oldring steps in. He's hitting 276 with a hit today and 3 at-bats. Another ground ball to third. He's up with it. He throws to first. Donahue steps on the bag. Top of the 8th over. It's 6-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. The 1906 Red Sox lead the 1910 Philadelphia A's. With the 1906 White Sox due up, let's take one more peek, see what else we can tell you about 1906, and then we'll finish the game. In league news, the St. Louis Browns shortstop Bobby Wallace at $6,000 is baseball's highest paid player. Since this is May 15th, let's see what we have in May. On May 8th, Athletics manager Connie Mack, who this league is named after and who is managing the 1910 Athletics here in today's game, finds himself shorthanded in the 6th inning against Boston and sends pitcher Charles Chief Bender to the outfield. Bender responds with 2 homers. One of them was inside the park, and that's the news in the world in baseball in 1906. Let's finish the game. Bottom of the 8th inning. Combs to face Roche, Isabel, and Quinlan. Here's the pitch, and he strikes out swinging. Isbell comes up 1 for 3, only hitting .213 on the season. The pitch, ground ball to first, up with it, takes it to the bag unassisted, and Jackson gives the ball to Combs. Quinlan steps in 1 for 2 today, 286 on the season. And here's the pitch. That's a grounder to short, up with it over to first base for the out. We head to the top of the 9th. The last 3 outs for the Philadelphia A's. 3 outs stand between them and a 6-2 loss to the lowly 1906 Chicago White Sox. Joe Jackson, Baker, and Collins up. Jackson 1 for 3. Walsh's pitch. Fly ball. Right field, fairly routine. There's 1 out. Home run Baker has accounted for the only 2 Philadelphia A's runs with a 2-run homer in the first inning over the right center field fence. And this time he hits a little dribble to short. He's going to beat the throw to first. It's going to be a base hit. Dwayne Martz comes by. Dwayne Martz YouTube network. For those people catching today's game here either live or on replay, Dwayne Martz YouTube network, the finest APA baseball games being played on YouTube. Don't forget to check out his wonderful channel. Walsh now to face Eddie Collins, who's not had a good day, although he's had a good year, hitting .340. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Walsh delivers. That ball's popped in the air. Third baseman's calling off the shortstop. There's 2 quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Runner on first, home run Baker. Jack Berry steps in. He is 1 out away for Walsh pitching a complete game 6-2 victory. Walsh gets the sign. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball deep into right center field. This ball hits the top of the wall. This game isn't over quite yet. Rounding second on his way to third. Is he going to slide head first in? He beats the throw. It is 6-3 White Sox as Barry triples with 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. The Never Say Die 1910 Philadelphia Athletics, who are in first place in our Mack-Mcgraw League between myself and Beatles Eternally. Struck is up. He's representing an important run. He is not the tying run, but he would be the 5th run, and he needs to get on base for the next hitter. Let's see what happens as Walsh delivers. And as a base hit into center field, like I said, this game isn't over. It is 6-4. Will we have an exciting ending? I think we may. Runner on first. Still 2 outs. Stuffy McGinnis is coming in to pinch hit. Stuffy, only in limited action this season, only been up 30 times, but he's hitting .433 with a .485 on-base percentage. Just what the doctor ordered is Ed Walsh has got to bear down to get the last out of the game here. The White Sox desperately need a win as they find themselves in last place. Walsh delivers, and that's going to be ball 4, and just like that, the tying run is on base. McGinnis at first, struck at second. They're sending Jack Coombs to the plate. No wonder they're sending him to the plate. He's a pitcher, but he's hitting .304. I don't think in dead ball baseball it really matters if the pitcher's up. If he's a hitter, he's a hitter. Here's the pitch to Walsh. There goes the runner. No, they go back. It's a ball, 2-2. The runners took off that. They went back as that ball was inside. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. He's going to go to first for the out. And the 1906 Chicago White Sox defeat the 1910 Philadelphia Athletics 6-4 as the White Sox pile onto the field to congratulate their pitcher, Ed Walsh. And here's one of my favorite parts of Out of the Park Baseball, the write-up after the game. As you see, the 1910 Athletics now fall to 20-9. The 1906 White Sox are now 12-17. We'll check the standings after we do a little simming. But let me read to you what it said about the game in case you came in halfway through. White Sox win at home 6-4. The inspired effort of Philadelphia of 1910. Third baseman Frank Baker was not enough to prevent a 6-4 loss to the 1906 Chicago White Sox. Baker was 2 for 3 with a home run and a walk while scoring 2 runs and driving in 2. The White Sox pitcher Ed Walsh earned the win, hiking his record to 4-3. Coombs suffered the losses have been rare for the Athletics this year, who are now 20-9. Fielder Jones, who is tied for 5th in the RBI race with 17, helped out the White Sox cause in the bottom of the 3rd inning with a run-scoring single. For the game, the center fielder was 1 for 4. And obviously my favorite thing, quotes from dead people. We took advantage of our opportunities, Jones told the Chicago Observer. It's as simple as that. Philadelphia, Frank Baker went 2 for 3. the highlight there. And one player, Donahue, the first baseman, the leadoff hitter, went 2 for 4 for the White Sox. Moving this down a little bit, winning pitcher Ed Walsh, 9 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned, struck out 2, walked 3. His ERA is now 2.44. Coombs, 2-3 on the season. He went 8 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. And that's that game. We are going to do something that's pretty quick. We're not going to go over them game by game, but we'll hit that. We'll finish today's button. We will then go to play. We're going to play to a specified date. We're going to June 1st. And then we will review the standings and take a look at any games that might have been very exciting. And here comes the simming, as we'll stop here and watch. The 1910 Athletics remain on top. The Athletics, who started the season at 12-2, have slowed down a bit. The 12 Red Sox and 18 Red Sox trying to catch up. There it is. We're done with the month of May. I received a personal message. I think I'll read that later. In the meantime, let's go to the standings. The 1910 Athletics, 30-14 at the end of May, tied with the 1910 Athletics. The 1905 Athletics are 4 games back. The 12 Red Sox are 5 games back, 25-19, as they're starting to make a little bit of move on the Philadelphia A's stranglehold on the first 3 positions in the league. 1918 Red Sox, 8 games back at 22-22. The White Sox, who we just witnessed win a game, are 18-26, 12 back, followed by the 09 Tigers and the Black Sox, the 1917 Chicago White Sox, pulling up the rear at 9-35. Let's check the scoreboard, which is what I like to do. And let's see if we can get to the 16th. And what we're going to do is just scroll through these games to see if there's anything exciting. Those are 4 routine games. I'm looking for no-hitters, one-hitters, shutouts. The Philadelphia A's of 1911 shut out the A's of 1905 here on the 17th of May. If we come across a one-hitter, two-hitter, or no-hitter, we will watch that game. More close scores, the White Sox of 1917 in last place defeated the 1911 A's 2-0 here on the 18th. Oops, excuse me. On to the 19th. Routine 20th, 2-0 Red Sox from 1912 over the counterparts from 1918. And let's see, nothing else that day. 21st. Still looking for those no-hitters, one-hitters. Here's a two-hitter, the 1905 A's against the 1917 White Sox. White Sox got 2 hits in that game. 3-hitter there, the 1918 Red Sox defeated the 1910 Athletics. In a 3-hitter, we move on to the 25th. 2-0 1910 A's against the 1911. Another 2-hitter, the 1906 White Sox, shutting out the 1917 White Sox. As we keep going, games are still close, but nothing that stands out that we'd want to watch. As we continue, we're on to the 30th. One more day. Routine games. There we are. One more look at the standings before I sign off. The Philadelphia A's of 1910, 11, and 05 hold the first three spots. Red Sox of 1912 and 18 hold the next two. White Sox, Detroit, and White Sox pull up the rear. I want to thank Dwayne Martz for coming by, and I want to thank all those people that will stop by a little later today. I know this game was on a little early, but it's been a long day. We wanted to get that over with. Let me just take one quick look at what's coming up on our next broadcast. On the 1st of June, we have the 1906 White Sox at the 1912 Red Sox, A's of 1910 at the White Sox of 17, 05 A's against the 09 Tigers, and the 11 Athletics against the 18 Red Sox. 4 good games. We'll pick one. We'll be back in a couple of days to see that. In the meantime, I hope everyone here has a wonderful Wednesday evening. We will catch you later on here on YouTube in the next few days. I am doing a 1917 Red Sox replay. I am doing a 1949 Red Sox replay. Red Sox in September are heading to the pennant in both those replays. I plan on doing a 1917-1949 doubleheader sometime this weekend. Season 5 of the Field of Dreams Baseball League is wrapping up. It's in August. If you have a chance, you could check that on my channel, Steve Tate channel. We do the Field of Dreams Baseball, and Season 3 of Field of Dreams or Gridiron Dreams Football is about to begin. A busy schedule. Thank you again for watching this evening. We will catch you later.